What's up, everybody? I got a chance to watch Lionel B's second interview, or the part two to his interview with Mesha. As you guys know, she is claiming to be the woman in the D&G shirt in the lawsuit with the Michigan woman. Again, I know some of the details have been wonky, but I've had time to sit on it and really think about everything, and y'all might agree with me and y'all might disagree, but let's go ahead and get with the intro and let's get started, y'all. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? I started the show a little bit early because I do have another commitment in an hour. So I was like, let me just go ahead and start the show. And then, I don't keep y'all for hours and hours. I keep y'all for a short time. That's what she said. And then that's it. So with that being said, let me go ahead and say what's up to the people. What's up, Lethea? What's up, Ray? Nice to see you as always. And Dom, welcome back. Where you been? Shout out to everybody joining the chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. So I have a group chat for people to get notifications and stuff like that. The last show was only like 10 minutes long, but I shared the wrong video. I shared somebody else's video in my group chat. So shout out to the people who still got notifications and was able to see it even though I shared the wrong video. Ay, 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 only me. But I wanted to go ahead and have the conversation about the woman, the survivor. Let me say it that way, not victim. Survivor Mesha. She did part two with Lionel B. This is the woman on the left side, Mesha. Also, she is claiming to be the woman in the D&G shirt. Now, if you guys remember the lawsuit back in March, there was one about 17. She was originally from Canada, moved to Detroit. She met up with Harvey and Diddy, ended up getting on a plane with them to New York and went to Daddy Studio. Remember, that's what Diddy Studio was called, Daddy Studio. And that's when the assault happened. And again, in the lawsuit, it lists that the girl was 17, and it happened within a 24-hour period. It wasn't a continuous thing. Now, with Mesha, as we've been getting familiar with her the last couple of days, she done stated that, hey, well, I was, that did happen, but I was also trafficked. I was taken to Miami, locked in cages with foreign children, cut with glass. Like, these stories are horrific. Like, there's no other way to put it. They're horrific, right? Um, with that being said, there's been some inconsistencies with that lawsuit and with the girl. I was watching Popcorn, Planet Popcorn, or I think it's Popcorn Planet. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? He's the white guy with the goatee hat on. He wears his hat to the back. Either Planet Popcorn or Popcorn Planet. But he had Lionel B and he had another lady on there, and they're kind of going over not really the lawsuit, but they're asking questions. So what Lionel B said was that this case was dropped and she had to file a new one because the age was wrong. Because again, Mesha is claiming that she was 12 and 13. Popcorn Planet, thank you. Misha's claiming that she was 12 and 13, but in the lawsuit, it clearly states that she was 17. Now we know she would at least be, the woman would be about 37. But Mesha also said she's 33 or she's turning 34. I forgot which one. So even with the age, that's incorrect. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of skip to part two. With part two, the allegations are even more disturbing. I'm not going to lie. She claims that Sarah Chapman, you know, the baby that Diddy had while Kim was pregnant with the twins. Well, she's claiming like that's her baby. Chance is hers. But then she mentioned something about like she was carrying twins. So I wasn't sure if she meant that she was carrying the twins that Kim had or she was carrying Sarah's baby. But she's claiming that they basically would. The whole story was like chattel slavery. She had to have the babies. She was milked like she was a cow. Um, Very horrific. Um, she mentioned that Aretha Franklin was there. And so, again, a lot of name dropping with the big names. She mentioned that Aretha Franklin, her and Aretha Franklin did drugs. Remember last time she mentioned Bill Cosby. Now she mentioning Aretha Franklin was there. Um, there was a little confusion because she stated that remember the part one ended where she ended up escaping and then going to the doctors and everything like that, right? Well, she said that she ended up going back to them. She ended up going back because she wanted to gather evidence. Now, when she said she went back and gathered evidence, I'm not understanding why she doesn't still have that evidence. Something was mentioned about the Las Vegas police, like she gave the information towards them. If she gave the information to them, then Las Vegas police would have a police report. They would have something. But again, this goes back into when I was watching Popcorn Planet. I was watching his video, and what they were stating was that there's two women, but both of them are claiming to be the girl in the D&G shirt, the Dolce and Gabbana shirt. That's what he's stating. But that lawsuit is very much open. And Wigdmor, who represented Cassie, has not came out and made a statement or said anything. So I'm curious, okay, are we going to get some kind of statement from Wigdmor saying like, hey, this is not the girl, um, or maybe they'll just ignore it. But still, even with that being said, I don't believe this is the girl in the photo. I don't believe that this is the girl tied to that lawsuit at all. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. Like, no, this is not the girl. There is nothing wrong with me saying that. And again, thank you, son. I appreciate that. Make sure everybody liked the video. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, like, this is not the girl, or I don't believe this, or I have questions. Because again, with there being a lot of inconsistencies, and we know when somebody goes through trauma, they can't remember everything. We know that, right? But even with that being said, there's a lawsuit out there that detailed everything that was in there. Now, do lawsuits include everything? No, but they include the majority of your story. It tells basically the outline of your story, and then when you go to court, you have to prove it, or mediation. Sometimes they don't go to court; it goes to mediation. You got to prove those things, right? Um, this time the story didn't sound like it came from any movie. The first part that definitely was Blink Twice. That definitely came straight from Blink Twice. But then this part two, um, the stories got worse. They were horrific. I already seen somebody put it in the chat, but yeah, there was a lot of stories about how there was scat play and all that stuff going on. A lot of pegging. She said that she had to peg Justin Bieber and just a lot of disturbing shit, y'all. It was really disturbing. And I want to make it clear, I'm not beating up on this girl. I'm not beating up on her. I would actually like to know her real story. I would like to know her real story. The story that she's telling, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. There's a lot of discrepancies and inaccuracies. I don't believe her story. However, I do think that she does have a story. I was watching Natanya Rubin, you know, the woman who was shot in the face by Diddy, right? I was watching her video a little bit with Mesha. She had Mesha on there, and it got me to thinking about something. This girl wants to be loved. She wants that sense of community and support. I don't know what exactly happened in her life, but she wants that community and support from people. She's looking for that. You know who she really reminds me of? Remember the girl, Legina Gold, who said that she was R. Kelly and Aaliyah's baby? Put a one if you remember that girl. Put a one if you remember her. That's who Mesha reminds me of. She reminds me of Legina Gold. Legina Gold literally came on the internet, made up the story about being Aaliyah and R. Kelly's love child, right? But honestly, what we didn't realize at the time, that girl was looking for love. That girl was looking for a sense of community. She wanted to have a place to belong. Now, she ended up linking up with Jaguar, right? And, you know, all that went down. Then she was with Genesis, and then there was a lot going on with that whole situation, right? But even with Legina, she was looking for a family, a community that she didn't have in her life. And with this girl, Mesha, I believe that she doesn't have a family or anyone that loves her in her life. I know that she mentioned that she has a boyfriend or something like that, but that doesn't mean that she's loved. Ooh, 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 that was deep right there. That was bars right there. Just because she has a boyfriend does not mean that she's loved. I hate to say it like that, but it's true. It doesn't mean that she's loved. And it also doesn't mean that she has that sense of community. She's looking for a community of people who will just listen to her. Even if I personally don't believe it, or you don't believe it, or you do believe it, either way, she's looking to belong somewhere. So I'm always going to be honest and tell you guys how I feel, but I don't want to make it seem that I hate this woman. I don't hate her. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. The story has nothing to do with me, so why would I be angry? Um, it's just one of these things where I have to say it makes it harder for the victims to come forward because now we're judging, dissecting, victim shaming. I even asked them the poll question: do y'all think I'm victim shaming? And you guys can be honest with me. I don't mind. A few of you said yeah, 39% said yes, 61% says no. And again, I don't mind. I want you guys to be honest. I want you guys to tell me how you feel. I don't want you guys to agree with me. I want you guys to question my thought process. I don't mind it at all. But at least I'm going to have the platform where you can share your opinion and you can give your thoughts. What's up, Ariel? You can share your thoughts. I never want to make it seem like I'm the end all be all and I know everything. I don't know everything. But what I can tell you is a feeling. And at this moment, I feel like this girl is not anything connected to Diddy. I don't think Diddy is her story. And I also want to say this. I don't like people throwing Kim Porter, Kim Porter into the mix. It was hard hearing some of the stuff that the girl was saying about Kim Porter. I'll be honest, I didn't like that. I feel like with Kim Porter, we gotta let that lady rest. We gotta let that lady rest. We can't keep bringing up Kim Porter in all this mess. We gotta let that lady rest. It's hard enough that her kids don't have their mother. Like let's let her rest at this point. It takes away from real victims. So yes, it's infuriating. It's infuriating that people have no critical thinking skills. You know, I agree with you, New York. Is your name New York or is Nalato? How do you pronounce it? Um, it's not necessarily her that I get frustrated with. It's more of the people because when I do say something that's unfavorable or not the popular opinion, everybody gets on me and be all like, "Oh, you're lying, you're victim shaming, you're this, you're that," and I'm all like, "No, I'm just asking the questions, you know." Sure, not a lot of um, yeah, I'm just asking the questions. And again, if we all sound the same, then there wouldn't be a place for people to have a difference of opinion. I have a difference of opinion. And I don't think it's victim shaming. Again, I'm saying the girl can be a victim of something. I just don't believe that she's Diddy's victim. I don't believe, and I also don't believe that she's the girl in the lawsuit. Um, Another part in this part two that had me thinking was when she brought up Adria English, and then also Ali Carter. I've told you guys about them too. I well, let me say this. With English, she was pictured at the white party. You know, you see pictures of her. But on top of that, that does not mean that she's necessarily a victim. I don't believe that. And with Ali Carter, I haven't really researched her. I've just heard things. I'm not. Yeah, Ali Carter. I don't know if I really believe that or not. And I'm noticing that a lot of these people are not using their name because I found out that Ali Carter, that's not her real name. She explained the whole premise to Blink twice. Yes. And a lot of people are saying they used her story to write Blink Twice. Blink Twice was written by Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter, and another guy. They wrote the story. And she said that she wrote that based on Me Too, the Me Too movement, and she wanted to show the different gender dynamic. That's what she was trying to show. It was nothing to do with this girl's story. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel. It's parts of different people's stories. And I think because we're all under the impression that Hollywood is sick, it's evil, demonic, we believe that there can be this underground society where all these celebrities are doing this horrendous things, and they never get caught. That's what we're believing. We're believing that these celebrities can literally get away with these crimes and not get in trouble. And essentially, most of them do get away with crimes, right? We know this. They get away with crimes. But the things that were said, there would be a lot of footprint and a lot of traffic where there would be evidence of something. One of the big things that I have questions with is one, with the sushi girl, you can't see her face. So easily anyone could come forward and be like, yeah, I'm the sushi girl. With the girl in the lawsuit in the D&G shirt, her face is blurred out. We can't see her face. So again, that also was a question in my head. Like, okay, well, wouldn't you have the photos of the actual event? Like, you would be able to see, like, yes, I'm the girl. This is me. Because even with the sushi picture and the do I still got the sushi picture? Hold on. And no, I'm not a colorist, right? I just want to clarify. All shades of brown are beautiful. Don't start that. But I was thinking, like, even the skin tone, like the girl in the D&G shirt has a lighter skin tone, but then the photo could have been lightened. And we know when you have the flash on, yeah, we look a little lighter, right? And like I said, Mesha, and you can't really see on this photo, I should have brought up another one, but it looks like she has a tattoo on her arm. The girl in the D&G shirt, I don't see any tattoos. Now, it could be the left or the right arm. I'm not sure. The photos could be flipped. But there's just a lot of questions. And again, remember I said back in the early 2000s, there were businesses where they were doing the whole eat the sushi off the girl, right? There was businesses like that. So that would be easy to trace because you would be able to call the business and find out, like, hey, did you have somebody working there at this time? Blah blah blah. That would be something that they could find out. Y'all think that's her? No, I don't believe. I don't believe. Again, I don't. You guys are free to believe it, but I don't. I was answering shelves, by the way. Yeah, she should have the original copy, and she doesn't have the original copy of this stuff. That wasn't Ali. No. Misha was saying that was her, not Ali. No. When I mentioned Ali, I was saying that I don't really believe Ali. How much longer is this? Well, I didn't hear at the end that there was going to be a part three. However, I think that she was going, but I think, she hooked up with Natanya Rubin. So there could be more interviews or more conversations with her. This was not her. Second person about the DG. Oh, okay. I get you. Thank you, Measure Man. Okay. We on the same page. All right. I was like, hold on. I think we probably got caught up. Okay. Got it. Okay. They are all pulling parts of people's story. Yeah. Yeah. In the Lotto or New York Lotto even said that. It's like they're pulling different parts of everybody's story and then creating their own. And I'm not throwing make it make sense under the bus. I gotta repost that too because we had a good conversation. Even though Jag came up here and said he checked me, I'm so like we weren't arguing. What are you talking about? But I have to play that again because he mentioned something. He was all like, a lot of these victims, they're talking with each other. They have their own community. So at first I was like, oh yeah, I know, certain people talk, but no, possibly, Adria, because Adria already started talking about the girl and said, oh yeah, remember I took the strawberry off of her and I didn't know she was underage. Well, she was telling Misha's story, right? But also, we know that they have communication with Ali Carter. So it seems like they're all talking, sharing these stories, and then they're coming out, and that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Teresa, damn, excuse me. I'm feeling like conversations are being discussed and they're linking each other's because, like I said, today Misha said, "Oh, she's seen Adria English there. She's seen Ali there, and they were all, high engaging in acts against their will. She was lying. That person was not underage. We have the event receipt. Oh, okay. Oh, that was said she was 23. Oh, okay. Oh, shout out to Measurement. Oh, y'all already caught the place in. Okay. The lady was paid for exactly, and that's what I was saying. Remember, back in the day, that was popular to eat the sushi or eat the food off the girl. Like that was a business. That would have came through a business, so it'd be easy to call the business and verify. Like, hey, they just didn't have random girls doing that. That was through a whole catering business. Again, I don't know if they do that anymore. Probably not with everything that has gone on. They probably don't do that. But that was a service that was really popular back in the early 2000s. Um, Mesha said she was wearing pink before taking something when ended up on the jet from the pink stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. Let me take that down. I didn't. I should have pre-read that. You're fine, but I probably should have pre-read that before I put that up. Oh, okay. They don't do it anymore. Okay, yeah. Okay, I thought so. Okay, damn. Measure you. Do you have a channel, Measurement? How you know all this? Okay, you already looked it up. Shout out to Measurement. Misha said she was wearing. Oh, I read that. I read that. I read that. Okay, I thought I missed somebody's comment. I'm sorry. And shout out to everybody coming in the room. But everybody laughed. Yeah, I was like, ooh, I probably should have. And like I said, there was scat play. I was trying to avoid that part, but she said there was scat play, and also too, y'all. There would have to be a missing persons report because remember she was saying that she had to fight for her life and she had to delete people and eat them. Like there was cannibalism in this. Like there was a lot of shit in this story. I don't care how demonic Hollywood is and all that stuff. I don't care how demonic it is. Like there would have to be some footprint of this stuff happening. You can't get away with murking people and eating them and locking kids in cages. It's a lot. Ooh, Erica came strong with it. Okay, okay. It's a lot, y'all. It's literally something. It's worse than a nightmare. I don't even know what's worse than a nightmare, you guys. Like it's lit. Like that's how shocking and disturbing the stories are. But again, it's pulling information from each other, and then it creates this narrative, and that's what I don't like. Now, I will give Misha credit because she did say that she has been trying to talk to the feds, but they're not taking her testimony because she can't give dates. That's what she said. That's what she said. Because don't we always say now we always question these people and go like, well, why nobody doing police reports? You know, we always say that, right? But she said that she did do a police report. Um, our team has to fight through the BS in order to support the victims. Yes, she was a victim, but not as deep. Oh, okay. So you're saying that she is a victim. See, oh, and thank you for the super chat, by the way. See, I'm saying that she's not a victim of Diddy. I don't think Diddy is her story. But I do believe this girl went through something. Measurement, you got here kind of late. But what I was saying was that this girl wanted a community that supported and loves her. She never had that before. And I made the comparison that she is the new Legina Gold. Remember, Legina Gold came on here, or Angela Wusu came on here and said that she was R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter. Some of y'all still believe that she's R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter, but she came on telling that story. We knew it wasn't true. However, she wanted to find a community and a place where she felt loved. Believe it or not, People come online to fill a void that they don't have in real life. Some people don't have family. Some people don't have friends. So hell, I'm gonna go on the internet and find a community of people who I feel like I can connect to, and I'm willing to sell stories or tell lies or inaccuracies to try to fulfill that, to try to find a community and a place to belong. That's what I feel. What's going on? Sometimes I feel lonely. Let me throw myself in there. Sometimes I feel lonely. Like, I remember when, before I did YouTube, I was actually doing Snapchat. Shout out to Brandy. I see Brandy in the chat. I was doing Snapchat, and I found a community of people who actually like the same things that I did. The people in my personal life, nobody wants to be a content creator. I was on the phone the other day, talking about how great my YouTube channel is doing, and my friends were like, "Oh, that's good," and like they just didn't seem happy for me. But it wasn't that they weren't happy for me. It's just that we don't live the same kind of life, so they can't relate to it. I would like them to fake it better and sound happy, but when it comes to being a content creator, I don't have anybody in my personal space that wants to do that. So I find a community online, and that's how you make friends and stuff like that. So I get the correlation. You know, I can see that. Hell, I feel lonely, and my team feel lonely because they don't believe what we be sharing. If you knew what we discovered, oh, that Mesha, man, we gonna have to talk behind the scenes. Wow. Like you said last night, the new people on YouTube, TikTok, don't know the full backstory. Yeah, they don't know it. They don't. There's a lot of new people in this kind of Diddy hip hop, Hollywood expose space, and now that it's became mainstream, you see a whole bunch of different people hopping on it, and it's all like, wait, did you do your research? Did you do your history? Did you go back and look? Like, I know for me, a lot of times I might say something out of turn because I didn't know, but when you guys correct me, I'll be like, hey, let me do my research and I'll go back in and look at that. Excuse me. I'm always willing to correct something that I say wrong because I don't know everything. I've only been in this space for 4 years, so I don't know the history and everything, or everyone who has came before me. But I try to do my research. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. They really don't care. They're just interested. Oh, now let's be honest. Let's be honest about that, Tati. I feel that you're right. Um, Hold on. Look up who is supporting and taking down Miss. Oh, okay. I have to look at that. But I do think everybody is just going with the headlines. They're going with the titles. Um, I do believe that there are some people who are like, hey, this is how I get paid. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care what it is. I'm just gonna post. I don't care who it hurts. I don't care who it bothers. I'm making my money. I do believe that there's people that are like that. Then I believe that there's people, there's different types of people. I believe there's another group of people who wanted to be private investigators and wanted to be like these private investigative journalists, and they feel like YouTube is their opportunity to fulfill this fantasy, and sometimes they go too far, or sometimes they might make up some things to try to sell a story because they feel validated when you guys sound like, oh, you did a good job, you're right, you're correct. And then I feel like there's others that try to do their due diligence to put out accurate information. I feel like, there are good people. I do feel like there are good people who's just trying to do their best. But then sometimes, depending on the narrative and if you agree with it, you're gonna look at it a different way. So we all know that Diddy is a monster, right? We all know that Diddy is a horrible person. There's no debate about that. However, when you hear a negative story about Diddy, more than likely you're just going to believe it, right? You're not going to question it. You're just going to believe it. It's 333. Oh, am I supposed to make a wish at 333? Okay. Um, because you already don't like this man, you know this man has done disgusting, filthy things, right? Any story about him, you're probably not going to question. You're just going to believe it. But then I feel like when you're coming on this end of YouTube, you want to think that you have some kind of integrity. You want to have integrity. Let's not play yourselves. You want to have integrity. So you're going to make sure that what you're putting out is the most accurate information that you know at that time. And what I do know is that y'all need to go ahead and get them likes up. But you're going to put out the most accurate information that you know. Because you might not have all the facts and you might not have everything. It's impossible to know everything. But you're going to put the information that you know out there and do your best. And that's all I can ask of myself. I can't control or make any YouTubers do anything. I can't do that. I can't make them do anything or force them. They're going to do what they want to do. At the end of the day, however somebody makes their money is how they make their money. But I do believe you have to be proud of the work that you do. If you're able to say, hey, I'm proud of the work that I do, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? It is what it is. All right, y'all. This is just going to be a short show. I wasn't going to keep y'all forever and ever. I just kind of wanted to give you my thoughts. Again, I don't think there's going to be another part two, part three, I think for now it's done. Again, there's going to be more people coming forward. Probably more civil suits as well too. So there'll be more out there. And again, just day by day, take it for what it is. That's all I can tell you guys. Don't be afraid to question. Don't be afraid to think critically. Don't be afraid to have a difference of opinion. That's why I love the show that I do, because I allow you guys to think freely. And most of the time, y'all don't even be agreeing with me, and y'all let me know. So don't ever think like, oh, AT2, nobody's here to check you. No, y'all check me all the time. All right, y'all. I love y'all, but we out of here. Deuces, everybody.